So I think it's crazy, but also so fascinating and cool how the best teachers, the true experts, the one of ones of the world, are those who went through hell and high water through life. Life just threw every worst case scenario at them, and they tried and tried and tried again and stayed true and stuck to the path. And through that, sticking to the path, they were able to stumble upon just this area of life, this knowledge of life, and that now, because of the experience that they went through, they're now an expert on it and they can share it with readers, they can share it with others. I think that's so beautiful, and this author does that so well. From jump, you're introduced to his backstory, what he went through, and how, because of that experience, that near fatal experience, he's now an expert best-selling author, and really makes a living and has thus found his life purpose through one of the most tragic points of his life. Hi guys, it's your girl Savvy C. Welcome to another episode of Cover to Cover, a weekly video series about all things books. And today I'm talking about James Clear's Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. This book to me is like Hamilton, something that I heard about for years. I knew its popularity, came highly recommended, but I just didn't get around to reading it. I just didn't get around to it until now, until the month of July in the year 2020, and I'm so glad I did. It is definitely worth all the hype and is popular for a reason. James Clear really breaks down something that we're all familiar with, a term that we're all familiar and comfortable with, of just habits and habit building, habit breaking, but he approaches it with a new perspective and a new way to just talk about it and to further explain it. I love that. So he just talks about habits and just talks about, again, like I said earlier, how they are formed, how they can be broken, in the core of it. And at the core of habit breaking, at the core of having little habits day by day compounded to make your lifestyle, to make your habits, your behaviors, your overall actions, etc., is by doing the four things. You have to make it obvious. Okay, you gotta make it something, that you see every day, you're reminded of. You gotta make it attractive. You gotta make it easy. You gotta make it satisfying. Oh, call back to Hamilton. Shouts to Angelica. Okay, so those are the four key things to building a habit. And throughout just 239 pages, 20 chapters, he really breaks that down for us. I really liked how the examples he had throughout the book, he opens up with either like a psychological or medical research-based example, or maybe a personal anecdote, or just a historical story, a common anecdote, etc., that really just paints the overall picture and then breaks it down for us and has several graphs, charts, and stats for us. And then as well as several mentions of hyperlinks to atomichabits.com, which is his website, the core of his life work, of like resources you can do and access after reading this book for just further in-depth research and study, which I really enjoyed. I really recommend this to anyone that is in a rut when it comes to habits, anyone who's like me, a fellow optimist who, still has faith. There's at this point almost 4 months left of 2020, so this last quarter of this very hair scary year, and still looks ahead to 2021. So I think this would be a great book to read now. This is supposed to be for July, which is self-help and personal growth, but this will be uploaded in August. So sorry. But this would be a great book to read now so you can go into September in the last quarter of the year already having habits in place, so that when the 2021 hits, when the new year hits, you'll already have those habits ingrained and you can just build off of those. I also like too how he really came at this book came at the topic of habits throughout this book, of how it really starts with yourself first and identity versus outcome. He breaks that down because I think a lot of people are just like, I'll do this, that, and the third to get to this. But then if you just view life like that, if you just approach goals like that, you'll just keep working till that end point. And then once you get to that end point, then what? You're just gonna stop? You gotta keep going. So I just like how he approaches it, how you yourself have to go through like a metamorphic change within yourself to thus see the results of habits and to see the fruits of your labor and to see that in real time. I thought that was really cool. And it breaks it down in a very simple way that is not that hard to grasp, and you can apply it immediately to your life after reading this book. I give it 4.5 stars for that reason. I also recommend that you physically buy this book. There's a lot of space in the margins, a lot of areas, especially at the end, which I like too. I didn't mention that earlier. But at the end, he has like chapter highlights, which I think are good because sometimes me myself can get kind of lost in the story examples or kind of get sidetracked by things or by just little minute details. But at the end of each chapter, he really just brings it all together and highlights about like 5 to 7 key points of each chapter that he wants us as readers to just reiterate and remind ourselves of. So you can go back through, make notes of your own through this, and I really recommend that you really, mark this up as your own. All right, sounds good. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm sending love. It's wherever you are in the world where you're watching this. This is the last episode of July, even though, again, this is going to be uploaded in August, but it's been an eventful month for your girl. But I'm getting this up to you guys finally, which I'm so excited about. July has been all about self-help and personal, stay with me, growth. And I hope that through these past 5 weeks, these past 5 books, you've grown with me, have maybe learned a thing or two, saw something that you liked, or a concept you wanted to explore further, anything like that. Hopefully it's been beneficial to you as well as me sharing it with you, because they've been helpful with me and I thought it'd be worthwhile sharing it with you. So stay tuned for August. That's coming up next. I'm gonna announce the theme soon, which I'm really excited about, really excited to get into that, even though again this will be uploaded in August. But nonetheless, I will be caught up, and again, there'll be things back to normal, as well as trying to do things as Cover to Cover grows and expands month by month, week by week. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!